to run MySQL. So Docker allows you to run containers. I won't go too much into what Docker is. Go to docker.com, look at downloading the application, read a little bit about it. But essentially what it does, it allows you the ability to run a program without having to do too much configuration. That's a very, very simplified view. It's oversimplified, but let's go from there. So this is docker.com, and what I did, I went to Google and I typed MySQL Docker. That's it, and I see immediately I get MySQL official image, and it actually tells me exactly what I need to do. So MySQL is relational database management system, right? So it actually gives me a MySQL instance. Is simple, so it tells me how to get the MySQL instance. So if I want to run one, start a MySQL instance, right? And so how do I do that? So I can, there's a number of different tags, right, that it supports, and here it tells you to use a tag. Okay, so this is really the command. I'm going to bring up my terminal. Okay, so iTerm. Let me just create a new one so that we see what's going on. And so this is going to say, hey Docker, run a MySQL container, and I want to name it, and I'm going to name it MySQL1. And I want to set the password for my root account to my dash secret password, and I want to say MySQL tag. And if we go back to the last page, we'll see that there's different tags for different versions of MySQL. You can also just put latest in here. Okay, and if we run this, what it does is it actually just created a container within Docker that references this, and we've named it MySQL1, and it's running now, and it gave you this information about it, and this is how you would reference it if you had, let's say, Docker desktop set up. Once you have that set up, so now you have MySQL running. Okay, well, how do I get to it? Well, I like to use the method where I go and let me just go to that's not the method I like to use. The method I like to use is right in here. It's actually displayed here. And the method I like to use is actually this method. Okay, because what this allows me to do is I can go docker exec, okay, minus it, and then sum/MySQL bash. So what it actually is doing is sum-MySQL, I think we named it MySQL1, right? And then bash says, hey, when I want you for this container to run bash on it. Bash is a shell script, and it allows you to run commands on that container. So we do that, and we get a bash script, so we can run our commands here. And if you remember, now all we have to do is say MySQL. I actually do have to provide a username, so we're going to use root in this case. This is for learning purposes. In real life, you wouldn't want to do this. And then we do a -p to specify password. So -u root, and then -p specify the password. And if you remember, the password we set is actually right here, and it's my-secret. I misspelled it, so let me try again. My-secret-pw. And there I am. I'm in MySQL, and I can type whatever commands I want, select count from X, right? And I don't have a database. I haven't selected a database, created a database. So nothing's actually going to come up. But this is the starting point if you wanted to use a container for learning MySQL.